Good morning, IGC. This is Eric Jeter making my first real tutorial video. I'll try to make this quick and painless. What we're covering today is equipment and what the stats mean. So, it shouldn't be too bad. Nice and easy. We'll just start with my driver here. Benefits. Generally, what you want to look for in a driver, the most important thing is the distance. For example, my driver is rated at 285, but I assure you uh, that it really hits much farther than that. I don't even know why they use the 285. It's not even the average distance. But generally speaking, the higher this number for distance, the better your driver is. For the new players, you're going to be starting around 220 yards distance, 225, and you go up to, I believe it's 245 with the Big Bertha driver. So what you want to look for in a driver pretty much for everything is the distance. Onto the 3-wood. Same thing as the driver. The most important thing is distance, but arguably I would also say that forgiveness is important because nobody can hit the thing on every single shot. So you want a club that's going to be at least a little bit forgiving if you miss either left or right. What I would look for in both a driver and a 3-wood would be distance and forgiveness more so than anything else. With the wedges, it is quite a bit different. The two most important things you want to look for in a wedge, and this is no room for argument, without a doubt, it's trajectory, which you want to be as high as possible, and spin rating. Easily the two most important things when you're shopping for a wedge, and even your irons. There's three types of trajectory out there. There's a medium high, and a high. And of course, you can see mine as a high rating. It's as high as it goes. And what that means is with a medium trajectory, your ball will hit its target, assuming you hit the ding, and then roll. And with wedges, which you're only going to be using for your short game, you want to have as little roll as possible. You want your ball to hit the green and stop for the most part. If you don't want it to stop, I can cover that in another video. So try to remember that when you are shopping for wedges and irons, you want trajectory and speed. And spin. Trajectory and spin. Looking at my irons, same thing. Got the high trajectory, the high spin rating, 4.5. Both very important when you're using approach shots. One thing to remember with your spin rating, though, is that the higher that is, the more it affects distance. And what I mean by that is a higher spin rating means a lower distance. The more backspin you put on a ball, the more distance you're sacrificing, but we'll cover that in the approach shot video. With the putters, I would say the most important thing is meter speed. The slower that is, the better chance you have of hitting the ding, the better chance you have of getting it in the hole. The one thing that's different on the putter that the rest of the clubs don't have is balance. And what that means is how accurate your club will be from a distance. So the difference is the precision is how close to your target your ball will go if you hit the ding. Forgiveness is how far left or right your ball will go if you miss the ding. So obviously higher forgiveness is better. Balance is how true of a line your ball will hold from a distance, say from 20 feet or farther away from the hole, and then meter speed's pretty obvious. I talked about it with the irons. We'll do it again. Distance on a ball is pretty obvious, how far the ball will travel. Spin rating, again, be careful. The more backspin you use, the more distance you sacrifice. Again, with no spin, it wouldn't make a difference, but still. Durability is how long your ball will last. The highest it goes is 2.5. With the World Golf Tour sponsored balls, like the slow meter balls and the max distance, anything max that came straight from World Golf Tour, those have a durability of 2.0. They go away pretty quick and they're expensive. So bear that in mind. Meter speed, pretty obvious how fast the meter goes. The last thing I want to cover for equipment is an equipment bag. Not a necessity by any means. It doesn't actually play an important part in your game. Uh, it's really just a matter of convenience if somebody wants a golf bag or not. For me, I love it. For me, it's essential. You can see that I have set one equipped right now, and what this is just my regular standard set that I use for pretty much every course. If I click on set two here, the only real changes, excuse me, is the driver's gone. So my 3-wood has moved up to the driver's slot, and I added a fourth wedge. So now instead of, we look here, a driver, a 3-wood, and 3 wedges, the driver's gone, and it's 4 wedges. What I would use this set for is the closest to the hole or any par 3 course, such as I wouldn't use it for Bandon, and I wouldn't use it for the Oakmont closest to the hole. Anything else I could use this setup for par 3 courses. And everything else is still the same. Oh, I changed my balls to the max meter too, but that can be changed at any time. If I click on set 3, it's just, all it is just a starter set. Same thing every player starts with. Starter ball, starter everything. I use this sometimes when I'm playing against newer players. And when I play in the sponsored events by World Golf Tour called the Tough It Out events, they use the Legend tees and starter equipment. It's brutal, but that's what I have this for. So I have a golf bag. So if I'm from the main screen here and I want to switch equipment, right now I'm on the starter set. One click on set 1 here, save changes. Bam, I'm ready for pretty much any course that somebody can throw at me. So that concludes my tutorial on equipment and what the stats mean. If anybody has any questions, feel free to contact me directly. If you are in the market for maybe some new clubs and you don't know what to pick out, I'd be glad to help. I've done it for others. So that'll do it for now. I'm going to go eat some breakfast. I hope you all had a fantastic evening, and we will see you all again soon. This is Eric Jeter, signing off.